We're going to hop right into today's no spoiler review of Kerry Washington's new show on Hulu called Unprisoned. So, this show was developed by Terry McMillan, and I'm going to share some links and resources that I will put down below. They're doing a media tour, and one of the shows they went on was MSNBC. And they really went into the heart of the show is about learning to love better and be better. And some of the themes that I saw in this show include relationships, attachment, transitions, blended families, adoption and foster care, and then some of the struggles that a person who was formerly incarcerated, what their reentry process can look like. Let's play a few clips from the official trailer, and I'll be sure to link the full videos down in the description.
Okay, so my dad is getting out of prison after.
And so she's live on Instagram. So she is a therapist and she's going live on Instagram to talk about what's coming up for her.
17 years, and today's the day.
You ready to be unprisoned?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
And the show goes into the main character's struggle with trusting her dad again. There have been a lot of letdowns, and any person that has a family member transitioning from incarceration to being home, there's always this fear of, are they going to go back? Are they going to make different choices this time?
He'll be living with you.
Oh, no, that's
Absolutely
no
not.
The whole thing's different.
You have to let him be someone who's never been before.
I don't know what to do. Let's start with more wine, obviously.
So, how'd you two meet?
Through my dad,
Oh, that's so
who
sweet.
just got out of prison.
Oh.
He was a drug dealer.
Wow.
Wait, drug dealers? What show is this?
Yo, who you think you sassing?
I got one.
And I really think the show does a really good job humanizing each person's experience. And it dives into not just trauma, but also generational trauma. And Kerry Washington's main character also talks to her inner child, and her inner child will come in, and you can hear things that this inner child is calling out for attention, is calling out to be seen, to have these different needs met. There were a few different clips, and I want to play some of those too.
Paige, this is about your dad.
I mean, him getting out and coming to live with me has made it clear that every choice I've ever made was really because I've never dealt. Yeah, you're right. It's maybe a little bit about my dad.
You really see her struggles with her attachment and a deep look into how the things that we go through as a child, how that can affect us later. Within psychology, we call those ACEs, the Adverse Childhood Experiences Scale. And on this scale, so this character has multiple things, probably an ACE of at least 7. And while the things that we go through, it does not necessarily cause things in the future, but it can definitely lead to different things down the road. And as a psychologist, as a therapist, I like that they shared that because she's a therapist that's supposed to be helping other people and she's struggling too. And it's really important that we do our own work because sometimes we can be great in the therapy office for other people and then struggle within our own personal lives.
So how's work going?
Oh, man, it's...
This fettuccine Alfredo's bomb.
I don't need you covering for me anymore. I don't need you to tangle up in what I got going on.
I knew it wasn't right, but it was right. You know?
Appreciate you having my back, son.
I got you, Grandpa.
Did you involve my son in these lies?
That got me a new job. I don't know if it's gonna work out.
Can't you just trust me?
You don't know if this job is going to work out?
Trust doesn't work like that.
And so you see Kerry Washington, her character's son. So the one with the amazing hair, you get to see some of his struggle and his journey along the way too. And you see 3 different generations, how each one of them are handling their life, the struggles and things they have in life, how each one of them deals with it. And I don't think it'll spoil it. There is one episode where they dig into racial identity and they actually go through the different stages of racial identity. And the psychological information that's given in the show, I found it to be incredibly accurate. I'm sure they had licensed people that were able to help give input into the show. but it is written extremely well, even from the very first episode. Because sometimes the first episode can go a little slow and it can take a while for a show to gain momentum. I was hooked from the very first episode. I'm a psychologist and I like watching things like this. And so I will give that disclaimer. But within 8 episodes, they dive into some really deep and difficult topics in a way that I think was very humanizing for everyone. And I think you can leave with a lot of empathy for each one of their situations. And you might see a little bit of yourself in a character. And so if you have checked out the show, let me know your thoughts. I just wanted to do this quick, no spoiler review. And then I will likely follow up with a deeper dive into the show a little bit later, especially if y'all let me know that y'all want to hear more of my thoughts on this. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.